Welcome to Homemacer, where barn doors meet hardware to create fabulous centerpieces for homes and office settings. Explore our diverse selection of barn doors and hardware kits, allowing you to bring your dream home to life. Let us introduce you to our hardware kits and how to calculate the correct door size and track size you will need for a ceiling mount double track bypass hardware kit. Before we get started, there is one thing to take into consideration while you are calculating the size of door and track. Like all ceiling mounted hardware, all brackets should be installed into studs. If ceiling studs do not line up, please install a ceiling header to ensure the doors do not pull down your ceiling. If your track length comes in more than one piece, join with a junction plate. The spacing where the track connects with the junction plate may not be 16 inch apart. Therefore, the second track onwards may not line up with your studs. In this case, a ceiling board will be required for stability. Please do not mount directly into your ceiling without the proper supporting ceiling board. Each hardware kit comes with rollers, tracks, brackets, floor guides, door stoppers, anti-jump pads, and spacer sets. Ceiling mount double track bypass. Our ceiling mounted hardware disregards the clearance you have from the top of opening to the ceiling, unlike the wall-mounted bypass hardware kit. If the top of your opening height to your ceiling is less than 8 inches of clearance, this ceiling mounted hardware kit will be the best fit. With 2 doors on a 2-track system, each door will slide independently. They can fully bypass and slide from one end of the track to the other and can stack behind one another. All brackets will need to be installed into the ceiling studs or a ceiling board. If using a ceiling board, it should be a minimum of 1x6. Since the hardware and door will be hanging from your ceiling, please take extra measures to make sure there is stability to support the weight of the doors. To calculate the door size, take your opening width plus 6 inches and divide by 2 for each of the 2 doors' widths. This hardware is created to reduce door-to-door gaps as much as possible. So the maximum door thickness the hardware will work with is up to 1 3/4 inches. The track size should be a minimum of your opening size plus 6 inches. If you have wall space on one side, you do have the option of extending the track out so the doors can slide out of the way, in which case you would add a door's width to the track length calculation formula. Due to the door hanging from the ceiling, please pay attention to the door height, as it may vary from standard door sizes due to your ceiling height and whether you use a ceiling board. The necessary spacing from the ceiling to the top of the door to allow the hardware to function is 6 3/4 inches. If you are using a ceiling board, add the thickness of the board to the 6 3/4 inches. The calculation for the door height should be ceiling height minus 6 3/4 inches or ceiling height minus 6 3/4 inches minus ceiling board thickness. This concludes our introduction to the ceiling mount double track bypass hardware kit.